Okay, I've started the recording. This is the lecture for Design 330. It's March 25th, and we're going to be going over the product book and the milling sim today. So I'll do a quick review of the product book, and I'm going to make a couple of more suggestions for what that should look like. And I'm going to review the milling sim programs that have been submitted so far and just show you how you can actually do your simulation based on what they've got. So let's take a look really quickly at the product book. Now, this first part is fairly straightforward. What I want to do is take a look and make sure that you're putting this into a form that's a product book. This is no longer just a pretty submittal that shows that you've done work. This is where people will go to get information. So as you structure this and put it together, your assembly drawings, each assembly drawing should be on its own page. There should be a link to the PDF of the assembly drawing, and there should be a link to the actual file itself. It's got to be this. A product book has to be useful. So you're not just demonstrating that you've done the work now. You are creating a product book. So I'll go ahead and just put a note on here just to show as an example, but you'll probably have a copy of your drawing. Actually, I'm going to fix this up. Well, this will be okay. Um, I'm going to duplicate this slide for now because this one should be where you list what your drawings are. So this one would have to have a table on it. Insert a table of the drawing, the description. So you would put here as I was mentioning, you would put a table along here, and you would have your description, your drawing number, and a link. And it looks like I need one more, so I need to insert column to the right, link to the PDF, and link to the CAD file. So a product book, the table of contents would look something like that for a product book, and you would fill that out. And then on each page, you would have your drawing placed in there. So there's a drawing. The drawing goes here. You arrange that how you want. And then you would put, again, you wouldn't need your links because they're provided right here, but it needs to all kind of go together. If you want to put your links in here too, that would be good. So a product book, you have to start thinking, if you were to read this product book, how would you access and get that information? And it's going to be through links now because we're in the linking world. We've been there for the last 20 years. And so you have to really, really think as you're putting this together. What goes on here? My assembly drawings. You know that you've got at least 3 different assembly drawings to use. And there should be a link to the PDF and a link to your actual CAD file. I will be looking to see if your product book is useful. And I'll be doing markups and I'll be checking links and going through it. And if they're not adequate, I'll let you know through some markups, and you'll have a chance, of course, to revise it. You should know that next week, remember next week is a holiday, so your time to do the revisions, I don't expect you to do revisions over the holiday. your revisions can be done at other times. Okay, so there we go. Going to take a very quick break here as we get going. Okay, so there we go. I'm back up and running. And so that's how you're going to do all of these, right? Same with your bill of materials. You'll have a list of your bill of materials. It'll have a table, much like you had on the other one. And each bill of material needs to be listed on a page, and you need to have a link to it. So I want to have more than just pretty pictures in this. Again, your bill of materials needs to be useful. Same with your manufacturing specs and drawings. Just think about the usefulness of all of this. Somebody's got to be able to get to, and you can think, can they print out the document that you're looking for? All right, so that's about those. And I think on your research, of course, you're just going to add all of your research sheets and put them all together and work on them. Okay, so that's what we've got there. And let's go ahead and take a look at the milling topics. I'm going to go ahead and make a separate one for that. So I'm going to stop the recording now. And then I'm going to start a new recording for the milling.